His father had been a pot-healer before him, and so he too healed pots. In fact, any kind of ceramic ware left over from the old days, before the war, when objects had not always been made out of plastic. A ceramic pot was a wonderful thing, and each that he healed became an object which he loved, which he never forgot. The shape of it, the texture of it and its glaze remained with him on and on. However, almost no one needed his work, his services. Too few ceramic pieces remained, and those persons who owned them took great care to see that they did not break. "I am Joe Fernwright," he said to himself. "I am the best pot-healer on earth. I, Joe Fernwright, am not like other men." Around in his office, cartons, empty, lay piled. Steel cartons, within which to return the healed pot. But on the incoming side, almost nothing. For 7 months his bench had been bare. During those months he had thought many things. He had thought that he ought to give up and take some other line of work onto himself. Any line of work, so that he could go off the war veteran's dole. He had thought, "My work isn't good enough. I have virtually no clients because they are sending their broken pots to other firms to fix." He had thought of suicide. Once he had thought of a major crime, of killing someone high up in the hierarchy of the peaceful International World Senate. But what good would that do? And anyhow, life wasn't absolutely worth nothing, because there was one good thing which remained, even though everything else had evaded or ignored him. The game. On the roof of his rooming house, Joe Fernwright waited, lunch pail in hand, for the rapid transit hover blimp to arrive. The cold morning air nipped and touched him. He shivered. "It'll show up any time now," Joe informed himself. "Except that it'll be full, and so it won't stop. It'll blip along by, crammed to the brim. Well, he thought, I can always walk." He had become accustomed to walking. As in every other field, the government had failed miserably in the matter of public transportation. "Damn them," Joe said to himself, or rather, he thought, damn us. After all, he too was a part of the planet-wide party apparatus, the network of tendrils which had penetrated and then, in loving convulsion, clasped them in a hug of death as great as the entire world. "I give up," the man next to him said with an irritable twitch of shaved and perfumed jowls. "I'm going to slide down the slide to ground level and walk. Lots of luck." The man pushed his way through the throng of those waiting for the hover blimp. The throng flowed together once more behind him, and he was gone from sight. Me too, Joe decided. He headed for the slide, and so did several other grumpy commuters. At street level, he straddled a cracked and unrepaired sidewalk, took a deep, angry breath, and then, via his personal legs, started north.